Hey, parents and guardians. My name is Trent Wilson. I am the Executive Director of Ed Services. I wanted to make a brief video kind of helping you navigate Empower. If your student is in a class with one of our pilot teachers who's using this as a gradebook, I find that it is good just to help you understand what you're looking at because it is a departure from our previous gradebooks and probably a departure from what you're used to. So I'm just going to give you a couple quick suggestions of where I would look to help you understand your student progress and hopefully help you make sense of what you're seeing on this website. So when you log in and you go to your student, you'll want to scroll down to your student's class in which your teacher is using the Empower as a gradebook. You want to click the plus button. First thing I want to show you in this expanded view is the course pace. I just want to briefly say that course pace right now is not a great indicator of your students' progress. And we hope that we're going to make some changes internally of how we load things into Empower that will fix that. And so that will be a good view of where our students are at. But it is not currently. So if that's not the best place to look at, what are the two other places you should be looking at? The first thing I would suggest is taking a look at the missing activities. Very similar to getting on Aries when you would look at your students' grades to see how they're doing and look for those big red boxes that say, hey, your student hasn't completed this assignment. This is the same idea as it's giving you an idea of like, hey, these are the assignments that your student has not done. Warrants a great conversation so you can make sure that your student is turning those things in. The second place I would look is in this gray box where it says 0 or 9 at or above proficient. When you click on that, it basically takes you to all of the standards in this class or all of the proficiency skills that your students are being evaluated on. And by each one of these, it'll have a number. If they've scored any work within that proficiency scale, it'll generate a number. If they have not scored any items, it'll say not scored yet, probably because they have not got to this part of the curriculum yet, but they will. I will want to add just one little caveat. I know this might be a little confusing, but these scores next to this, each one of these proficiency scales is not official until they score at least 3 pieces of evidence. In other words, when your student has 3 assignments or 3 activities, anything that's been scored or evaluated by your teacher, then this number will become official. Right now, it's just saying, hey, this is where this number is currently, but the teacher needs more evidence to determine whether or not your student can do this skill or know this content. When you do hit this arrow button and it drops down the evidence that they have turned in, a couple of good pieces of information is the goal score, which is basically saying this activity was a level 2 and your child got a 2. And that's what you want to see. Anytime you see these assignments in, you want to see that your child has met. And in some cases, they can exceed this number, but that's where you should be happy. In areas that they are lower than the goal score, those are the ones where you have a conversation with your student about, hey, I saw you, the goal score was a level 3, you got a 2.5. Talk to me about it. What do you think you did wrong? Or do you know what you did wrong? Do you know how to fix it? Will you get another opportunity to meet the 3 level within this category? So those are just great conversations to have. On this page, you'll notice that the red box with the number and the icon of a downward sloping graph is just to let you know that your student has scored lower than the target goal. Okay, so that's just letting you know, hey, this is your student. Did not meet the target for that assignment. If you see a clock icon and a number and a red box there, that's just telling you that, hey, those are the missing activities within that category. So those are the things that I would really take a look at. If your student has a really low score, like a 1.5, we're shooting for 3s in all of these, you should want to look at the evidence before you are really concerned. So in this category, when I see structures at 1.1 and they have a 1.5, I noticed that, hey, they did meet the 1.5 level. They met it here in this assignment, but they were below in this assignment. They were below in this assignment, and they missed these 3 assignments. So this is an area I'd say, hey, we need to fix this. What's going on in this area? Why haven't you turned in these assignments, and how can we get these scores up? But let's say, for example, that all of these were 1.5 assignments and your student had a 1.5, then I wouldn't be concerned because they keep meeting the target or the goal for each one of those assignments. So those are the 2 places I would look at and dive in and dig a little deeper. The missing activities and this button right here. You can also always print out a progress report. By clicking this button, it'll print out a progress report and it'll tell you your student's current level. Basically at the end of the term, at the end of the 18-week term, these will be added up and averaged, and it'll then be translated into a letter grade. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We're always here to answer any questions and help you understand this better. You can always reach out to your teacher or the site administrator as well. Again, thank you so much for your patience in this, and hopefully this was helpful.